the stimulus relief bill, this is super, it's just pretty much $2 trillion. I'm not going to say it's $2 trillion because it's actually above 1.9 trillion. And the approach, as I've read it, that the Biden team is taking in terms of laying all this out is a shoot for the moon approach, which that's only appropriate if you are in space or you're like Space Force or NASA or something like that. So this is going to send a round of, like $1,400 payments and a bunch of other stuff for their friends. And I'm kind of wondering if McConnell's gambit was wise here. I have questions as to whether or not his gambit here was wise, because this was the stimulus bill that they were fighting back and forth over. And I understand why he did not want to bring this to the floor. And I don't like this either. I mean, this is the thing that's going to be doling out our money to foreign countries and all kinds of stuff. This is like a free for all for everybody. It was almost like when we were reading because we didn't know how much of this Biden was going to adopt, and apparently he's just going to release it and he's going to get all the credit for it. I hope he gets all the criticism that goes along with it too, because it's almost as if the people who are getting the $1,400 checks are just like an afterthought. Let's go ahead and dole out all of these billions of dollars to everybody else, and then the people who were paying taxes, your tax dollars, here you get you get the leftovers. You get the $1,400 checks. That's what it seems like, doesn't it? Yeah. So he wants another round of child tax credits, and that's an expansion to the payments that were already established in the first reiteration of this, or the first proposal of this. Others are demanding that there be student loan forgiveness, which we're going to need a whole hour to rage about that if that is the case. So let's just make a note of it. And there's a lot of stuff in here. And I'm looking at a couple of other things. I would imagine that the House Democrats that have been objecting to this so far are not objecting to this because they agree with you that this is too much of our taxpayer dollars that are going towards things that we do not need to be spending money on at this time in our economy with the pandemic that's been happening and the businesses trying to recover. But the only reason that they're raising objections to it is because they don't think it goes far enough. What was it? I was reading a piece where AOC sympathizers were saying that there needs to be included in this more than $1,400 and student loan forgiveness. What was it? Like rental forgive, like basically free all of the things, but nothing said about property tax. Nothing said about any other kind of business tax. And interestingly enough, all of the people who are out there prattling on about student loan forgiveness, apparently they don't know how student loans work, or they only want to make this like a one-time thing, because you're going to have the same thing happen over and over again. Do you know why? Because under previous President Barack Obama, the federal government nationalized student loans. And this is why we are in this position in the first place, ladies and gentlemen.